mission is to make a pulley for the Logan. Now, unfortunately, the aluminum stock I have is kind of weird, so I'm trying to get it down to the right size slowly, but I'm getting there. Now, this part here, I've got it in the CNC mill. What we're gonna do is take off this big part so it's even with this. So we'll have one, you know, giant, closer to a pulley size looking thing here. So bear with me, hold on, and here we go. The first pass I kind of messed up and I didn't have the tool adjusted right, so it's probably not going to hit, but the second pass should be okay. I'll bring you back in a second. Alrighty, here we go. Make sure you got your safety glasses on. There. Now you're as covered in chips as I am. Be right back. Well, give me a chance to explain what's going on. The program, the way I have it set, it's feeding in 2/1000ths at a time and then going over 1.25 inches. That's basically it. At the very end, it does its little cleanup pass, which won't work on this part because there's nothing there. But in Mach 3, there's only a certain amount of wizards you can use, so you're kind of limited. They have their limitations, but they're definitely beneficial. Almost there. Two more passes and that's it. We should be at diameter. At least I hope. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I thought that was it. It should finish it up. Pick the speed up a little bit. Little ledge there we'll have to fix. Alright. Unfortunately, I can't get you a visual. Oh, there you go. That's the surface finish. Looks good. Nice and smooth. You can see how dirty my fingers are. Now that we got the part almost all turned to the same diameter all the way through, I'm going to set the program to finish bringing this whole thing to the diameter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to the computer. I'm going to use the wizard, the Mach 3 wizard. I'm going to pick the lathe turning wizard. I'm going to go to OD turning. No fillet radius. We're going to end at 2.7 diameter. We're starting at 2.94, which is exactly where we are right now. I'm going to zero the Z at the very start of the part, and we're going to feed in 2 inches. So negative 2 inches. Clearance, I always put 20 thousandths. And these are my feed rates for my lathe. Yours obviously will be completely different. For aluminum, I take a pretty hefty cut. Post a code. Gives you a glimpse of what you're about to do. Back. Exit. Now let's turn her on and hope for the best. Give it a little blast of some WD here. And cycle start. And here she goes. Now we were at 294 and the computer automatically went in 20 thousandths because in Mach 3 you saw I had 10 thousandths, but for some reason it does that thing where you know you're cutting on one side and not two, so it does its own little math. Unfortunately, it can be tricky at times and cause real bad problems with hard materials, especially if you're expecting it to cut what you actually put, and it's cutting twice what you put. But you know, it is what it is. You just got to make do. The diameter difference between those two levels was 40 thousandths. It should clear up on the next pass. Alright, so it's right there. Right now we should be at 290 then. Yep, perfect. Alright, we're going to let this go for a little bit, let it get down to a little closer to diameter, and then I'll bring you back. Look at the chips coming off that thing. They're literally going everywhere. Actually, did you guys ever see my 1200 Sportster? That'll be a video one of these days. Hopefully this year I'd like to get it back on the road again. Just needed the carburetor rebuilt. You can actually see it right there. I took it out, rebuilt it. I didn't have the proper kit though, so I have to order the carburetor kit. Just never got around to doing it. Plus, I hurt my shoulder, so. Damn chips. I stepped away for a second, and somehow the lathe lost a step. And, well, you see what happened. I ended up crashing it. It's very close to diameter. Let me check and see where we're at. We're at 275. So we're pretty darn close. Another pass or so and we'll be done. Let's finish this up, figure out what happened later. Okay. Now that should be to diameter. So what we're gonna do, well, it's not too bad. Bring this off of here. Now we're gonna use some Dykem to mark this up. I got this stuff here. Okay. Yeah, I'm no Picasso, so. Okay. We're gonna let that dry and we'll be right back. Okay. This is a drawing. Stop laughing. Hopefully the part comes out better than this drawing does, but this should give you the idea of what we're shooting for here. So you look at this drawing and then you look at the part. So we have to mark 0.4 in from the edges, and that should give us 1 inch in the middle, hopefully. Alright, so here's the marks. 0.4 on each side and approximately 1 inch in the middle, just over an inch. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start carving out the middle. We'll probably do the small diameter of the belt, and then that will leave just the angles to cut on the side. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see these lines, but this line is the 0.4 and this line is the 0.4. Inside those, this line here and here is the back of the belt. That's the 0.8. So you have 1 inch from this line to this line and 0.8 from the inner lines together. The line in the middle is the center. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take out the middle where the bottom of the belt goes, and then keep room for the angle itself. Alright, now you can see I've got the right side of that cutter on that line. So now what I need to do is set my Z to 0. I'm going to back up a little bit, make sure I don't hit the part. And now I'm going to go over 0.8, or minus the width of the tool. That's pretty close. I went a little bit too far. I think I'm having a hard time seeing those lines. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, that's a little closer. It should be 74 because this cutter is 16th inch diameter. So I believe it'll be half the width of this cutter. I don't know. I might be way off base. But anyway, right there is approximately where we want to be. So, and making it a little bit undersized is okay. It'll all come out when I put the angles on. I don't want to go too far and mess up the angles for the belt. Alright, here we go. So the thickness of this belt .4. So we want to go at least 0.4 thick. I'm thinking ½ inch should be better. Let's go down a ½ inch and see what that does. Now, for me, the mock wizards sometimes are a little funky, and they can act weird. So, because of what I'm doing, I'm just going to program this one by hand, and then I'll go from there. First command is going to be 01 x 2.71 feet of 0.5. So what that's going to do is that's going to plunge in 1/1000. Here we go. Didn't even touch. So let's do that again. We'll go 270. Still nothing. Oh wait, I didn't hit enter. Still nothing. Alright, let's do it again. Probably should have brought this up to the part before I did this. 69. There we go. Alright. So now that we did that, we're going to type in G01 Z negative 0.75 feed 0.5. Now while it's doing that, we're going to type in G01 X 2.72. Enter. So when it's done, it'll pull off of the part so you won't get any chatter or loud sounds. I'll turn the fan off so you can probably hear me a little better. Almost done. Alright. I pulled off. Now we're going to go back. We're going to set rapid Z back home to 0. Alright. And basically we're going to repeat until we're done going in 1/2 inch. So we were at 69. We'll do 68. Enter. You don't have to set your feed again because your feed should stay the same. WD. While that's going, we'll come back over. What we can do is, we know we want to bring it back out when it's finished. We want it to wrap it back over to Z0. I'm not going to have a plunge in just yet. We'll let that all let it all play out first. Okay. Well, this video is going to be about 20 minutes, and my software gives me an absolute fit when it gets to be about that point. So I can't go over 20 minutes. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to make this a two-parter. So I'll catch you guys in the next part.